We call this book the Bible. The word Bible comes from a Greek word, biblios, which means a collection or a library. It's a collection of histories, of poetry, of law, of wisdom, and of letters put together in one volume. Towards the back of the book, in what we call the New Testament, the bulk of it are a series of letters written by a man called Paul. Paul was writing to the early church to help them with their problems. The church was facing political persecution from the Roman authorities, religious persecution from the Jewish religious authorities. It was facing famine, it was facing plague, it was facing attack from outside. Paul himself was subject to abuse and to slander. And he was writing the letters to help the church in all these different situations. And the interesting thing is, though all the situations he was writing about were different, he begins every single letter with the same words: grace and peace to you. The word grace comes from a Greek word, it's charis, it's where we get our word charisma from, and it means a gift or something free that you don't deserve. The word peace is based on a Jewish idea, the idea of wholeness, of good health, of mental well-being and spiritual well-being, what we might call in the modern world well-being. And whatever the situation, he writes to the churches and say, whatever it is you're facing, my prayer for you, my blessing on you is grace and peace. Everything you need as a free gift to give you health and happiness and mental well-being. I said in one of these videos a couple of weeks ago about what a toxic culture we live in nowadays, where people are quick to react on Twitter or in social media or in person with anger, that we always want to get our own back, we always want to get our word in. But I wonder what our culture and our society would be like if we began everything with the thoughts, grace and peace. Yes, I don't like what you've just said, but grace and peace to you. You've made me angry or you've upset me, but grace and peace. I wish the best for you. Instead of reacting angrily and wanting to get my own back, instead of dashing something off on Twitter, saying grace and peace. More than that, what would our community at Larkhill, what would our regimental family at 14 Regiment look like if we were people of grace and peace? That early church was in a highly pressurised situation. It was under a lot of stress. And Paul said, you make bad decisions when you're in that mood. So seek grace and peace. What about next time someone upsets you? Someone says something bad about you? Someone crosses you? Maybe it's deliberate, maybe they don't even realise they're doing it. But instead of reacting angrily and trying to get your own back, you say, in your own head, grace and peace. Grace and peace. As far as it depends on me, I want to live a life of peace as we work together and train together to achieve a common aim. Grace and peace to you, and God bless.